sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where the keeper of the light sounds the foghorn to signal it's time for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Washington Commanders and the New England Patriots. It's a fresh start for both of these clubs. Here we go, week 1 of the NFL preseason. This taken in at the 8-yard line. They'll get across the 20, mark them down at the 23-yard line. So here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jaden Daniels out of LSU.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And for a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time in these preseason games, it might not feel all that important. But I promise you, that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career of playing in the NFL.
That's going to be incomplete. Offense very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Now pass deep for McClory. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down. A win here on the road for the Commanders as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire team.
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise in the preseason, the regular season, or with a fantasy draft.
Bennett! 319! Flip again!
now?
Ready. Blue 58! Green 8! Blue 58! Green 8! Green 8! Green 8! Green 18! Green 18! Blue 15! Green 18! Green 8! Green 8! Green 8! Green 8! Blue 58! Blue 58! Green 18! Blue 58! Green 18! Green 18! Green 18! Blue 58! Green 18! Green 18! 18.
Some turmoil threatens their roster in the early season. A challenge has been made for a top spot on the depth chart. Competition breeds success, but coaches will decide how far the competition goes.
319. Flip again. Blue 58. 319. Banana! 319. Blue 59. Banana! 319. Banana! 319. Blue 59. Banana! Blue 58. 319. Banana! 319. Blue 58. Banana! 319. Blue 58. Banana! Blue 58. 319. Banana! 319. 319. Banana! Blue 58. 319. Banana! 319. Blue 58. Banana! 319. 319. Banana! 319. Banana! 319. Banana! 319. Banana! Banana! 319. Banana! 319. Banana! 319. We're about 15 miles from the Atlantic coast in the northeast corner of Florida. Welcome to Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Coming up, two teams ready to square up. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's a fresh start for both of these clubs. Here we go, week 1 of the NFL preseason. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
Judging by our conversations with the coaches, Mike, I think it's a pretty safe bet. We won't be seeing a lot of this guy. And what they're trying to do is just get him under center, knock off some of the rust of the offseason, and get him a couple live reps before he starts in week 1. At the end of the day, you just can't replicate this style of live action in practice. So whether you're an established veteran like him or a young quarterback, these reps in the preseason are invaluable.
On third down, Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Steeler first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
A-Rod down to throw on first down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Again, it's Rodgers. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple, and now we've got third down coming up. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. A pickup there of 19 yards. That's a Steeler first down. Rodgers going up top again. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be brought down. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. It is brought in the end zone. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Steelers. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
There's so much conversation around the NFL, Mike, about the importance of these preseason games. And while the final score certainly doesn't matter, there is the evaluation of your roster, your personnel. You can't replicate these live reps and simulate them in practice. So these are your moments. Go out, play fast, play confident. Build those reps that you need so when the regular season comes around, you're ready.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Open right side. That strains the tight end. On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowler from a year ago, Logan Cook to punt. Calvin Austin deep for the Steelers. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. And Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
So we hear these stories all the time, Michael. There's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out to local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
Play action now with Rodgers. Throw here down the field. His ball incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
The Jaguars 30-yard line.
Rodgers here on 2nd down. Here's a screen set up for Warren. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
A safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Jags offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. Our throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do. And, Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers move further out in front. It is now 17-0.
I need to change the controller thing. I'm going to do it. Yep. Yep. Ball. Yeah, good. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Not yet.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense makes
I'll buy both versions.
They'll begin with 1st and 10.
I bought both of them. I bought both of them at draft night. That's what I did.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
You should try it out. You might like it this year. It seems like much better, but after you're judging, you'd think probably. You could play. You could test it out if you get EA Play. You could test out for 10 hours.
He really didn't even have much of an opportunity by the time he hit.
You could do a 5-month one. 5 months would cost $5.
He really had no choice but to just get that ball.
I know I have it when.
Another snap.
Lawrence from the gun here. The ball comes out. And no turnover here.
I wish I could have done it.
Get on it to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass.
You know how hard if I get my money up?
And not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On the return is Austin. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it past the 40-yard line. There's Mike Tomlin, the longtime head man in Pittsburgh. His Steelers get set to take over once more. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. On 1st and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. He was covered by Travis Hunter.
Here's Rodgers. He finds Austin with the ground. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Steeler first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 20, here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers now. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Rodgers to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he's in. Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. That's good. Let's go. For a Jaguars. First down.
Trying to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. Did a good job defensively to rally to the ball. They hold them to a short game. From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Rodgers. Oh, falling away. What a throw. He drops it in there. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier. That catch gets him a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
He's got a receiver. That's Woods. Give him 14 on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
First down, Steelers.
A run up the middle with Warren. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd down.
Off the play fake. Rodgers. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Down in here in the low red zone, Mike, these windows are just so short. The field's a lot wider than it is deep, so it really changes the scheme and the progression of the quarterback, and nowhere really to go with the ball, and falls incomplete.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
A return now from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10.
Hey, run!
The drive begins with a carry from ETN.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Lisa 24.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's complete to ETN. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Jaguar. First down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
To throw is Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And this ball incomplete on third down. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he is on to punt for Jacksonville. Here's Austin to return. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in those numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. The master of play action, Rodgers. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
On third down, Rodgers. Metcalf left side, he's got it. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down. It's a short kick. Fair catch is called for, and they're going to be in business with a short field to work. The Jaguars offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and inches.
one quarter in the books. It's the Steelers with the early lead. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Jaguars with the ball. Quarter number 2 begins. They've got it second down and less than a yard. Ready. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Get this to the tight end, Johnny Munt. And he gets run out of bounds. A short pickup, but it's good enough for a first down.
That's good for a Jaguars. First and 10.
Now, faking the give. That's caught. It's Trenton early. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Jack Sawyer on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up second down at the Steelers' 11-yard line.
Mullins. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The linebacker, Nick Herbig, getting in there for the sack. It's got to feel great as he gets this preseason off on the right foot.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Back to throw. Mullins. That one's complete. It's Tank Bigsby. They'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars are on the board now here in this second quarter.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers offense ready to see what they can do. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Here's the former Memphis Tiger, Kenneth Gainwell. He'll work forward for a couple. Eric Murray in on the tackle. Second down, 8 to go from the 28. He finds Scott Miller. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the...
Oh, big hole left side. And he will go all the way. Kenneth Gainwell. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Jags offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Here's Mullins. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. Throwing is Mullins. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in third and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Here's Gainwell. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Moving to his right. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Rudolph looking to throw. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
The Jaguars take over first and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Bigsby. Waterani brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. They get 22 yards there. First down, Jacksonville.
That's good.
Well, that right there, Mike, is your once-a-game reminder of just the importance of short tackling. This run never gets anywhere near where it ends up if that initial hit was stronger and he was able to take him down.
Let's go now.
Motion man is the tight end going right. Once again, it's Bigsby. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any...
In trouble, and down he goes.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
That's going to be caught. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. We'll bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Steelers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Now Rudolph. That'll be complete to Gainwell. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Rudolph. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Foye Aluakar. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Mullins. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
60 Bisons.
To throw, Mullins. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Jaguars cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that play, 1 first down. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. On the ground, Gainwell. Not much there, maybe a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Rudolph. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
First down.
Now Gainwell. And he's able to fight through one tackle here. Pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
4-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A run with Gainwell. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. Back to throw is Rudolph. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession.
Rudolph's pass. Intercepted. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
They're going to start this on the ground with Bigsby. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Jaguars.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. Nick Herbig in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
In this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever, you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
On the ground, it's Allen. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Mullins to throw. Now a screen set up for Bigsby. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They tracked him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession.
Everyone's sleeping over here.
Throwing, Rudolph. Going downfield, right side, and it's caught. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down. They'll run here with Gainwell. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Second down, they need 7. To throw is Rudolph. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. He'll go right and find his running back. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down and 3. Now now they'll set up to throw. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half
No,
of his
no,
passes,
yeah.
Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
The Jazz will use the first of their timeouts here as they get the stoppage with just under 50, and I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned. They'll look to throw. The tight end, Johnny Smith, secures it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down. They'll look to throw again. Thomas man at the 6. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. I bet you it was two different, very different. In fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2.
Excuse me.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Now return coming from the 7. He'll be brought down right around the... '25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 3rd and 10. And he'll get about 8 on that one. One, a win for the visiting Steelers as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Jacksonville. Good night, everyone.